sometimes I think that God is sending the world into tribulation, and that might have been the covenant, and everyone else is in the great tribulation, and I'm just living this normal life. My reality is a comic book reality, and everyone else is going to the guillotines and getting tortured in FEMA and everything, and I'm just like, I'm doing it, but I'm flying. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm in an altered reality because of this covenant. Like I'm just doing these things that, like, I'm getting my food every day, and that's like taking out like 50 people with a baseball bat or something. Like, that's the equivalent. Like, I'm just concerned that something like that would happen. And Lauren, the man in the wheelchair at Canary, the homeless man that we got wings together. He liked the drums. He liked the drums, and I would get um the flats. But like, he had this story of Joe Pesci. He was on the set of Casino when they filmed it, and he said Joe Pesci would rub his neck. He'd rub his neck, and they'd be like, "What do you think, Joe?" And he'd be like, um, they'd say, "What do you think, Joe? Will it work?" And he'd say, "Of course, of course." He'd like rub his neck and say, "Of course." And, you know, and then there was a story that, Sharon Stone, she would show her leg, like lift up her dress and show her leg at the table. And she'd be like, "Do you like it?" And, you know, Lauren was just like awestruck by her and everything. And he also went to like golf parties with like big time golfers, and it was all like you could walk house to house, and it was really open and like a community. And like the Aussies, Alex said to stay out of jail, he always wanted to swim, because if he didn't swim, if he didn't have that in his life, he'd be a criminal. And I just think of the Aussies and how they have the most Freemasonry out of any of the countries, and how they even told the guy at SCAD Hong Kong to leave, who is the top engineering student who got a scholarship from Mumbai. And they told him to leave because Australia is going to war in a few years. And they were so Freemason. And I wonder why he didn't fit in. Like, I get that the Freemasons are evil. I understand, but I also think that they're serving a purpose. I think that they're serving a higher purpose, and not one that everyone can understand. And it's not all pyramids and Illuminati with the basic pyramid that they show if they sit in a chair or something that has a triangular shape, or a Baphomet that just is not there. Like it just, like it's a Star of David that is just like, really, they're Jewish or something. Like it, I got fed up with looking at all those signs, and I started to look into it a lot deeper, and I discovered that they all have spirit weapons. They have 3 spirit weapons to get into the Jedi Academy. And then they go through Strongs, and they have to make it through Strongs, and wherever they cut off, it's cut and dry. That's who they are, and that's their symbolism. And by doing this myself, I have discovered like that's what the actors and like all my heroes in Hollywood, that's what they all do. And they really raised me. I really didn't have a lot of role models, but they raised me, and taught me what fears I had to overcome. And um, so it's more of a society of like you're social and you have a built-in workout. Like that's what Alex said it was like. And I don't know if it's like that anymore. But I think that is more, I think that that's better than the US. That's what I think. And um that's just my opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. And um what else? Um so anyway, I just think that Sharon Stone might have been saying to Lauren like, "Hey, there will be nothing going on. Like there will be nothing going on and it's like every day is the same and really you're in the great tribulation. Like it's a fly reality." Thank you. Have a good night.